Alright, what is going on, guys? This is Caleb from anewexpression.net, where we help you become your greatest self. Now, in today's video, I wanted to give you guys my story and my process of getting into self-development. It was a long process, and I thought I would share with you guys, my whole journey and my whole, spiel about how I got into self-growth. I think it's very common for people to get into self-development and self-growth by going through hard times, because through hard times it's when we realize that we don't want to live our life like this anymore. It's when we realize that we don't want to be this way anymore. We don't want to be this type of person anymore. That kind of is the catalyst to why we want to change, and that's why a lot of people that go through hard times get involved with self-development and self-growth, because they realize that living life that way, living a life depressed, living a life, scared about what other people might think, being a victim to yourself and to other people is no way to live life. And we realize that. And, I know this is something that I definitely realized throughout middle school, throughout high school. I was going through some hard times. I felt lost in who I was as a person. I lost touch of my authentic self and who Caleb was, right? Who I really was from day one. And this was just because of, the people that I was hanging around with, the habits, just a lot of things that I was surrounding myself to. I lost touch of my authentic self, and it was hard times. Still to this day, I still carry these kind of beliefs that hold me back and hold me back from reaching my full potential. And I just wanted to share you guys this story and just how I got involved with self-development, because it was a long journey. It was, there's days that I felt lost. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere in life. I felt like I was just deep down, I didn't feel good about myself. And I knew that life wasn't supposed to be lived in that way. I knew that I wanted to live an extraordinary life. I wanted to have a great lifestyle. I wanted to be able to impact other people's lives. I wanted to bring change in people's lives, and I knew what I was doing wasn't doing any of that. And so that added another part of judgment and realizing that I could reach my full potential, but that I wasn't, made me feel worse about myself. And so, as you guys can tell, it was just a bunch load of things that were holding me back, things that were weighing me down, a lot of heavy emotions that were stopping me from expressing myself and from reaching my full potential. And so this went on a lot through middle school, a lot through high school. I kept to myself. I had a lot of things that I didn't want to share with people, and this side of me was really just, it was trapped inside of me, right? And I felt like I wanted to get it out. I wanted to share it with other people. I wanted to be able to express the way I was feeling, like what was really going on in my life. Not this facade, not this thing that I was just putting out for other people. What was really happening within me, and it wasn't pleasant. And so I dealt with it. And so and in that process of dealing with it and really discovering what it was and why I was feeling this kind of way, I started to get involved with personal development. I started to get involved with self-growth, and I realized that I could change my circumstance. If there's something that self-development and self-growth has taught me over the years, is that I don't have to stay the same. My circumstance doesn't have to be the same. My financial situation doesn't have to be the same. Who I am as a person, I don't have to be that person if I don't want to be. I can always grow and develop myself into the person that I've always dreamt about. And this was empowering. This was encouraging to realize that I could change my circumstances, that I could change my life, that I could change who I was as a person. And it's really motivated me. It motivated me to literally read as many personal development, as many books that I could get my hands on. And I just really dove myself and really, dove myself into, self-education, really, learning everything about personal development, everything about changing myself as a person. And I started to have role models. As you can see, if you guys can't see, I'm going to bring you guys over actually. These are people that are inspirational in my life. You have Tony Robbins on the left, Gary Vee on the top. Those two people are actually having a convention in Philadelphia, so hopefully I'm able to attend that. But yeah, and then you have Arnold, you have Dwayne Johnson, you have Gary Warmerdam, and let me place you guys back here. Sorry, this might be all over the place, but these people played an influence in my life. They showed me that these things were possible, that I could change my life. And they sparked that kind of inspiration. They sparked that kind of fire in me and that passion to become my best self. And that's what I've been doing over the years. I've been, working on my craft, learning things that I, wasn't even aware of, learning how to change as a person, learning how to become a better person. And just the inspiration that they gave me, I couldn't thank them enough. And just the fact that, reading their history and reading their story and where they came from, you would think that the most successful people came from like a very good background. But Tony Robbins was broke in his mid-20s. He was struggling, and now he's one of the most successful people that I know in this world. So it just shows that your circumstance, your situation in life as of right now doesn't determine where you're going to be in the future. Who you are right now, the person that you are, your personality, everything about you doesn't determine who you're going to be in the future. Don't have that belief that who you are right now, maybe you're not satisfied with who you are as a person, with your circumstance, where you are in life. That doesn't determine where you're going to be in the future. So don't let that drag you down. Don't let that demotivate you. Don't let that bring you down to your vision, because all these great people, they came from a background where they didn't have much. They had to dream it. They had to see it and hear it first before they could really make it happen. And so, this is a belief that I had a hard time with. Like I was always like thinking like, oh, if I'm this way, I'm never gonna be able to change. Like I thought that I was just gonna live my life like how I was before. I thought I was always gonna be anxious. I thought I was always gonna be broke. I thought I was always gonna have an average lifestyle. And I realized that through personal development and self-growth, that wasn't true. That I could change my life if I wanted to. That my circumstance, the things around me, where I am as of right now, doesn't determine where I want to be in the future. And I want you guys to grasp that idea. I want you guys to understand that if you guys want to go somewhere in life, if you have a vision, if you want to become somebody, don't let the things that are happening right now drag you down. Don't think that, since you live your life a certain way right now, and that you are a certain way right now, that you can't be somebody, that you can't have a certain thing in the future. And the reason why I want to make this channel and my whole process with building a new expression was to really build that idea that if you want to change, if you want to become a better person, if you want to create a better life, if you want to have a better lifestyle, you need to have a new expression. That's where it all starts. None of these successful people, none of the most successful people today were able to create what they created by just living life, by just going through the motions. If Tony Robbins in his mid-20s, if he were just to be broke and didn't make a new action, didn't change his behavior, didn't change his psychology, didn't change his beliefs, his emotions, everything, if he didn't have a new expression, he would have still been broke. He would have still been living out in the streets. Alright guys, so we're going to try this one more time. I recorded the whole video. I had all my points down. It was going so smooth. And, I had to smooth as outro. Everything was perfect. I was nailing the points, and then I realized that my camera shut off on me, and this happens to me almost all the time. So we will, try this again. So I'll record the second half of this video. So back to what I was saying, right? With Tony Robbins, when he was in his mid-20s, if he were to do the same actions, if he didn't change anything about his life or what he did or his psychology or anything of that nature, he would have still been homeless and broke as of right now. The only way that he was able to be successful, the only way that he was able to reach a point in his life where he is today was through a new expression, through a change in his psychology, through a change in his actions, his habits, through a change in his mindset. It was through that new expression that he was able to become successful. And that's what this channel is all about. It's all about expressing a new action, expressing a new mindset, whatever that is, a new expression to create a different result. And that is how you change your life. That is how you change who you are as a person. That is how you change your environment. That is how you change your life, your lifestyle, your finances. Everything comes with a new expression. Anything that's new, anything that you want to change in your life, you have to first start that with a new expression. And that's what I wanted to express, throughout high school, middle school, whatever, through my early ages. I realized that I was still doing the same exact things. Day in and out, I was surrounding myself with the same people. I was engaging in the same habits. I was engaging in the same activities. And of course, from that situation, from that point, I wasn't going to create anything new. I wasn't going to change my life. I wasn't going to change who I was as a person. I wasn't going to reach my full potential. Alright guys, so I've recorded the whole video. This is going to be the second half of the video, but what happened was I recorded the whole video, had everything set out. I planned on editing it today, and I was going to post it today, but then I realized that the camera actually died on me. So it stopped the video halfway through of whatever I was saying. So I'm going to recontinue this video. I'm going to record this second half of this video for you guys. So I am sorry about that. It happens to me all the time. I don't know what. I need to get a bigger memory card that has more memory so it wouldn't die on me that quick. So back to what I was saying. This is so bad, but we're going to go on with this. So back to what I was saying with Tony Robbins. I think that's what I was talking about. So if Tony Robbins was to not have, if he didn't make a new expression, right? Whether that be a new thought, a new belief, a new mindset, a new habit, whatever that new expression is, right? If he wasn't to make that new expression, he wouldn't be as successful as he was today. The only reason why he's so successful, the only reason why he went from being broke and homeless to a successful, one of the most successful people today, in my opinion, was because of a new expression. It was through a new expression, whether that be, it could be anything. I'm sure there's a lot of things, but it could include a new belief system. I'm sure he changed his mindset from when he was homeless to where he's at now. That is a radical difference in his belief system. And I can tell you that for a fact, that his belief system, his thoughts, everything that goes on in his mind was a whole new thing. It was completely different. He made that shift. He made that new expression that was able to get him to where he is today. Along with everyone else. All the most successful people, they, starting from, if they had a background where they were broke or they weren't as successful as they were today, the only reason why they're so successful today was because of a new expression. And that's what this channel is all about. It's all about that new expression. It's all about making a new expression to create a new life. To become the person that you always dreamt about being. if you want to be this successful person that has a certain lifestyle, that doesn't live this average lifestyle that everyone else is living, that escapes this 9-to-5 job, you can't be doing the same things that you're doing right now. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, if you have the same habits where you go home after your 9-to-5 job, or you go home after school and you just go out with your boys, or you sit in bed all day and watch YouTube videos, or you go on your laptop, or you go play Fortnite, or you do whatever you do right now, you're not going to be successful. The reasons why you are unsuccessful, the reasons why I am unsuccessful, the reasons why I am where I am today, and not that I'm not adopting new habits, but it takes time. But for people that are doing the same things over and over and over and over again, not realizing that that's why they're where they are today, it's just like that's the reason. If you're doing all those things, of course you're going to be in the same position of where you were last year. If you're still doing the same things that you're doing last year, you're going to get the same results. Okay, you might be able to switch these things a little bit, maybe get different results, but your life is generally going to be the same. You're generally going to be the same person. So if you say you want to be successful, if you say you want to become the person that you've always dreamt about being, then you need to do a new expression. You need to have either it be a new action, whether it be a new thought, whether it be a new belief, whatever that new expression is, you have to do that. Because the only way that you can get a new result, the only way that you can get a new, outcome is with a new expression. There's no way you can express, or there's no way you can manifest and achieve something without a new expression. Okay, there's a reason why you've had the same years over and over again. There's a reason why you keep getting the same results over and over again. It's because you're doing the same expression. You're doing the same habits. You're having the same thoughts. You have the same beliefs. You're the same person that you were last year or yesterday or last week or last month. So in order for you to change that, if you say that you want to change yourself, if you say that you want to change your circumstance, if you want to change your lifestyle, your life, then you need to change what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You need to have that new expression. You need to have that new thought. You need to have that new action. Like if you want to start a business, right? If you want to start your online business along the lines of what I'm doing, you can't do the same things that you've been doing the past few years, right? You need to ditch everything that you've been doing the past few years because if you were still doing the same things that you were doing the past few years, you're still going to get the same results. So you need to change what you've been doing or what you are going to do. Whatever that thing is. So if you want to start a new online business, if you want to start something new, you need to start doing things that are different. Whatever is aligned with what you want, you need to start doing. So the whole mission, the whole purpose behind a new expression is to emphasize the importance of this concept. Of the concept that with a new expression brings a new result. If you want to change your life, if you want to change your body, if you want to change your relationships, your self-esteem, anything, if you want to change anything in life, you need to have a new expression. That's the only way you're going to bring change. And again, a new expression could mean anything. It could mean a new action, a new thought, a new habit, a new belief, any new act or result or thought or any one of those will bring you a new result. And a new result equals a new life. Whether that be anything, a new outcome. And that's why I wanted to make this channel. I wanted to also fill you guys in on my journey, right? Because I haven't still achieved the things I want to achieve. I haven't still manifested the things I wanted to manifest. I haven't created the things that I wanted to create. I'm not nearly as close as where I want to be in the future. So I also wanted to make this channel to document, right? To show you guys my journey. You know, I think it'd be cool to look back at this videos in specific and see, you know, and reminder of where I started. You know, this is where I started. I'm starting from rock bottom. And to show you guys my process, to show you guys, you know, the journey and the amount of effort and the things that I did to get me to where I want to be in the future. You know, I think that's so insightful. So this whole brand, this whole channel is to show you guys that with a new expression, you can create a new life. You can create a new result. You can change yourself as a person. Wanted to make sure that video was still recording because I did not want to do this whole thing over again. But yeah, and also I wanted to create this support system that I never had. You know, growing up and, you know, being involved with personal development, making myself a better person, I never had a person to talk to about this. I never had, you know, people to relate to, people to bounce around ideas and topics around with. And, you know, I think that, you know, slowed down my process because that really demotivated me because I was the only one that was doing anything along these lines. So I want this channel to be the support system. I want this tribe to be filled with self-driven, motivated people that want to change their life, that want to find their life purpose. And I want to build a whole community. I want to, you know, be a tribe where we all support each other, where we encourage, inspire, you know, and motivate people to take action and to start living their life. Remember that change happens only with that new expression, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.